All right, guys, an unprecedented 10th clip for the day, and this is it this time. I went out and got those brass fittings I told you about in the video yesterday, the male by female 1/8 inch pipe to 1/8 inch pipe. That moved our fittings out far enough to where they cleared everything down there in the front end parts. We have, you see how much I'm turning it here. You're never going to turn that much in a racetrack or in the pit lane. More than enough clearance for everything. They won't touch nothing. They're down out of the way. Everything's good. We bled everything out. All the brakes work at this point. So, little more pedal travel than I like, and I think that may be due to maybe still some air in this very difficult to bleed front system with the bleeders on the bottom in the same position as the fluid feed being on the bottom. What do you mean bottom? Here the feed on a regular caliper of any kind, the feed is into the bottom of the piston orifice, or whatever you want to call it, right? The pocket where the piston is. The fluid goes in the bottom, fills it up, and then if there's any air, it comes pissing out here and here. We bled both sides of this here. This worked great. With this here, with the bleeders being on the bottom and straight across from this here, both those bladders or orifice, whatever, the piston bladders or pockets could get air in them. So we had to take them off, unmounted, and make sure that the brake lines were always going uphill all the way to the caliper, right? I was holding one up here. Rich was holding one up here. He was making a mess. Brake fluid was dripping all over our hands, down our elbows, all over the place. And we thought, we weren't seeing any more air bubbles. So we assumed, that everything was good. We locked them all down, cleaned them all up, and put it all back together. And, you saw that they worked. The brakes worked just fine. It's just, like I said, there's a lot of travel. So I don't know. I have Rich come over after work tomorrow. Richie, you're going to have to stop over so we can, you can help me set the bias and maybe rough up. I'd take the 90 and some 36 grit and rough up these smooth new rotors with those new pads. Maybe that's the whole problem, that they just don't seem to be hitting as hard because they're kind of slick and smooth. But that's it. That's it for the June 5-6 weekend. We're done working out here. Tomorrow is another day. We'll start working on getting the tanks mounted up and moving forward. We'll deal with the brakes and the brake pedal and stuff down the line before we get it on the track, but we can't stop. We just have to keep building. So that's it. The old zip cart's taking shape, man. She's coming back together. Check her out. It looks pretty good. Looking good. God bless you guys. Hang in there. We'll talk to y'all later.